Rice is our national occupation. My father, my grandfather, they also cultivated rice. As a farmer, I am also cultivating rice. Actually, this is good for our nation.
Here they normally grow traditional local varieties, such as what you can see in that field there. And so these local varieties, they mature late in the season. You can see that this variety, it hasn't even started to head, whereas this is a modern variety where we're in the grain filling stage already. They don't tend to apply any fertiliser to their local varieties, and they might get a couple of tonnes per hectare.
Actually, this one is 53. The local variety usually only produce 2 to 2.5 ton per hectare. But the new high-yielding variety that's we are growing now, it can produce around 5 to 5.5 ton per hectare.
So we know that we can make much more productive systems here, first of all by changing the varieties to varieties which have much higher yield. Secondly, we can have varieties that mature earlier, and which means that we can establish a crop after rice, and we can again get a much higher yield of the crop after rice. We can actually fit 3 crops a year into the system by choosing varieties with the right duration. We can also improve water management in the rainy season by draining water out when there's too much water here. In fact, the farmers are already doing that a little bit.
This project is helping us on community level water management. The project staff members are advising us to work as a community and raise the issue to local government authorities. Now we are getting more support from this project.
So there's huge potential for increasing the production from the lands that are here now. They're hardly used very well at all.
Kejadian tsunami.
It was early in the morning and I was on my way to the ponds. There was a huge earthquake. When I arrived at the fish pond, I saw waves, huge waves coming. I couldn't understand what was happening to the sea.
My name is Malcolm Beveridge. I am Director of Aquaculture and Genetics at the World Fish Centre. Today, just under half of all fish consumed comes from aquaculture.
As I ran home, I watched the house swept away by the water. I shouted at my wife and children, raced up to the hill and tried to escape the water.
We've been working in Aceh for the last 4 or 5 years to look at how we could build the resilience of coastal communities.
5 days after the tsunami, I returned to the village. I saw that all the ponds has been destroyed. I was devastated because there was no work. I couldn't earn any money. It was awful to see the ponds that way. I felt terrible wondering how on earth I could support my family. The World Fish Centre helped us rebuild the ponds to their former state. Now, the ponds are fine.
When you've got fish in a pond, there's always a meal there for the family whenever they need it. But we want to go further than that. It's essential that we connect these small producers to markets so that they can buy good seed and access good feed materials, and that they can produce a product that can be sold to places where people need the food.
In the past, it was really tough. But now, with the cooperative, things are much better. Whenever we need something, we just have to ask them. If there was no cooperative, it would be very difficult to get the money together that we need to buy the seed. The cooperative really is a tremendous help.
Achenis, we are lucky. I think Achenis is a strong spirit to see the hope, to see the future. Tsunami also make them lose hope in somewhere. Traumatic is, I think, limited time, maybe up to 10 years or 15 years, something like that. If we facilitate them as a trauma healing with income generating, but if we never think about that, they will lose hope forever. Let's bring them to see the hope.
We can extract no more fish from our seas and rivers. If we want to eat more fish, and there are many people in the world who not only want to eat more fish, they need to eat more fish, then we have to learn how to farm them and farm them well and wisely.
I started working at the ponds when I was 15. It was a difficult time. I was an orphan and I was not educated. I had nothing. I worked every day and saved money little by little. After 10 years, I was able to buy a pond, and the money I earn I can keep. My life is no longer a mess. I'm proud and I'm happy.
একবার দাঁড়াও বন্ধু বহুদিনে পাইছি তোমার লাগ দাঁড়াও নইলে প্রেম আগুনে করে দিমু খাত দাঁড়াও নইলে প্রেম আগুনে করে দিমু খাত একবার দাঁড়াও বন্ধু বহুদিনে পাইছি তোমার লাগ একবার দাঁড়াও বন্ধু বহুদিনে পাইছি তোমার লাগ একটা কথা কইলে জাঙ্গির ভাই ও ভাই রে ও রাজি ভাই ওর ভাই ভাইও রাখ আমার ছেলে কাহার সঙ্গে এত ইতিবা আমার ছেলে রে জাঙ্গির ভাই আমার ছেলে কাহার সঙ্গে এত ইতিবা হাই রে আমার ছেলে কাহার সঙ্গে এত ইতিবা তারা বহুদিনে পাইতে তোমার লাগবে আমি কি দিলাম না তোমায় রে বুলবুল খান আদর ও সুহাগ আয় রে আয় চলিরা হইলাম আমি কি দিলাম না তোমায় আদর ও সুহাগ ও বাগিনী মারি দেবে দেখাইলে রে মা ও বাগিনী মারি দেবে দেখাইলে রে মা ও বাগিনী রে বাবাগিনি নারে প্রেমে দেখাইলা রে মা পাড়া বন্ধু বহুদিনে পাইছি তোমার লাল পাড়া বন্ধু বহুদিনে পাইছি তোমার লাল মারা মিষ্টি গেল আমার রে ওরে বন্ধু বাকি আছো গাছ